Start over. Beloveds, I see disparagement for the suffering it truly represents. I am not hurt by unkind words. Those who feel they must raise their fists at me are suffering such antagonism that their very antagonism becomes their extreme cause for living. They shake their fist and say, "You did this, God. You made me suffer. Now I will get back at you." To those of you who love me and would defend me from disdain, there is no need for you to defend me. Nor do those who rail against me have to defend themselves and be against me. They do not have to resolve to oppose me. They do not have to choose sides, for in so doing, they turn their self-flagellation on me whom they blame for their suffering, as if they have been personally attacked. They are sure I did it. There is nothing for anyone to take personally. I know my children suffer. On behalf of those whose suffering won't leave and they turn their suffering into opposition against me, let it be known that they are free to make this choice. So now I talk to you, those who may choose to rail against me. I respond to you now. You may be saying, "How can I not suffer as a result of the conditions I suffer under?" I say, suffering may be a choice you chose long ago, yet you chose it. And you choose it still. You may think you are under a yoke of suffering. Indeed, you have suffered, yet who put the yoke on you and told you to carry it as long as you can? Who claimed the yoke of suffering and placed it on you? Not I. I would remove it from you. I understand how you put this yoke on. You chose a branch from the first tree you saw, and you stopped there. "This is my branch," you said. Beloveds, it was not an olive branch you chose. There is nothing to forgive. However, you saw that there was too much to forgive, and you would not. You would rather let the heat of dismay turn into anger and burn a hole in your heart. You chose to be a victim of life. I would ask you to save yourself from your own conclusions. Choose that God loves you. It is an impossibility for me not to love. There are no exceptions. What if you could turn your heartbreak around to sparing your heart, giving it a chance, saving your heart from the noose you have put around its neck? This you will come to, yet how tightly you presently hold on to vindication. You are so despairing and outright angry that you will even cramp and hurt your own heart. You will show God that you are not to be tangled with. You are your sovereign being, and you will not tolerate what you see as the vengeance of God. And so you would rather flail your arms and fight me rather than to hear me. You decided to have a boxing match with me. You will show me. You will show me that you can't be treated this way. And so you undermine yourself in a one-way battle. Must you be so certain that there is some kind of feud between us? It is like you have said, "God is so mean, I will be mean back. I will punish God for the suffering He has given me. I will not submit to Him. He must be my enemy. I will not allow Him to be my friend. I will not let Him sit down with me. I will not give Him the benefit of any doubt." And you reaffirm your slogan, "Not mine. Vengeance is mine," says bitterness. You like to see yourself as being strong and indomitable. What strength is there in retaliation? The depth of your hurt is so great that you will even spar with God no matter how much this keeps you in bondage. Beloveds, you who suffer and add anger to the top of your suffering, you restrict yourself to only two alternatives, to fight or to submit. Yet, between hot and cold, there are gradations. You have chosen judgment, and so you see me as having judged you, and, therefore, you have copied your perception of me. You have joined judgment and you have nailed it in as irrefutable. You made your mind up, and, with all your will, you will not stop this debate no matter what. You can change course. You can drop the facade you have latched onto. That God is a bad guy, and you are a good guy who has been victimized. You think I have not given you a chance when you refuse to give me a chance. What if you gave me a ticket to your heart? What if you would start all over, and give yourself a good chance at happiness? Bitterness does not lead to happiness. You do not need to put a stranglehold on yourself. Set yourself free. Give yourself a chance to see greater and be greater. Let go of what keeps you where you are. Start over.